So my name's Melissa Polson and I studied PGCE in Secondary English. I knew a lot of people that had gone through BG for their training, and they were nothing but complimentary about it. And when I went and looked around the campus, it just felt like home. It just felt I could see myself there, and everyone was just really friendly, and I knew that I was going to get a very well-rounded experience in comparison to some of the other training programs where you went into one school for the majority of the time and then didn't have so much time in other places. And I wanted to get more of an experience of different educational scenarios, and I felt like BG would give me that, and it did. I had a bit of time in between. I was a career changer, so I was working in arts marketing and I decided to retrain as a teacher. So there was quite a gap between my undergrad and my PGCE. I'm just trying to think how long that was, but it was about 10 years. So it was quite a substantial gap. But BGU were really good in making me feel like that didn't really matter too much, and that I wasn't going into it with any issues, having not been in further education for quite a while. I was offered a lot of support in terms of getting my academic writing back up to scratch and things like that, and I was really appreciative of that. And it just felt like they were very aware that support might be helpful, and it was. Yeah, I did use a bit of the services around the site as well, so I did use Celt. My tutor was amazing, and she pointed me in the right direction if there were any other things that I needed to access, but everyone was really helpful. Even little things like trying to figure out how to claim back discounts on council tax and things like that. Everybody that I dealt with were amazing. The placements office were also really, really good as well. So that was all very much appreciated, because going into teacher training was something that I was quite nervous about, and it felt like the atmosphere at BGU just helped to allay those fears and just make me feel really confident and supported. I don't think I did. I just always knew that BGU were the ones that I wanted to go to. I'd gone to a Get Into Teaching event when I was considering applying, and I had a long talk with who would become my tutor at that event. So I'd had some email correspondence, and then I'd gone to the Get Into Teaching event and spoken to her there. But other than that, I didn't go to any of the events. I liked it. I found that it was very useful to have that one day of reflection and learning different things to then go back into the classroom and then try them in the next 4 days. I liked the gradual approach and found that really suited me. And I liked the academic side of it, because I went into teaching because I really enjoy learning, and having that running alongside it was really helpful in just terms of being able to put everything that I've learned about into practice, and just having that slight breather, I suppose, from being in the classroom to be able to reflect on my experiences and think about what had worked well that week and what I might want to do differently. Found some of the academic writing difficult to get back into. Found the first assessment quite tricky. But then the second assessment seemed to go much better. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I found that there was something that I could get out of the majority of the sessions that were put onto us. There was always something that I got by the end of the day that I thought was useful. I think it's difficult sometimes because you tailor into so many different subjects. It's quite difficult, and there were some things that maybe were more tailored towards different subjects than mine, but I still managed to get quite a lot out of those ones, even if it wasn't specific to my subject. But other than that, I'm just trying to think back. It feels like a long time now. No, I enjoyed my time at BGU, and I enjoyed having the time outside of the classroom as well as inside of the classroom, and it just felt like that was the right approach for me, to have that kind of split. I'll definitely do both. Teaching was always something that I wanted to do, but wasn't sure if I had the confidence to do it. And BGU gave me that confidence. And as a career, it's an incredibly rewarding career. I wanted to go into teaching because I wanted to make a difference and feel that every day I'd achieved something or helped somebody. And I get that. Even on days when it's hard, I still feel like I've managed to achieve something at the end of that day. And it's been incredibly rewarding, but it feels like BGU gave me the confidence to realise that I'm capable of that. And teaching was something that I dreamed of for such a long time. I knew I'd be nervous going into it as a profession, but my training really helped and supported me, and the people at BGU really helped and supported me, and made me believe more in myself, which you can't really put a price on, to be honest. There's benefits to both. Personally, I feel yes, it does. I think it makes me I think it makes it easier to relate your subject to real life experience, and I find that is beneficial when you're trying to teach, especially the importance of English when you're talking about communication and how you use it in a real life way. They can't really argue too much if they know that you've done it as a career and you've had to use communication daily as part of your career choice. So I think it adds something, but I can see how both scenarios you would find some benefits there. Sometimes I wish I'd got into teaching earlier, just so I had more experience and just had more practical experience. But I think it is just the way that I came into it, and I find that it does give me something to talk about with my students, I suppose, about how to apply English to everyday situations, because I've lived them, and that I find is particularly helpful.